Food lovers like me are marking their calendars for Restaurant Week, set for Sunday, November 7th through Friday, November 12th in downtown New Haven. And joining me now is Jason Sobocinski from Caseus Fromagerie Bistro, one of the many restaurants participating. Welcome, Jason. I'm so excited to have you here. Mostly because I know what we're going to be cooking.
Mac and cheese,
one of my favorite things. Now, Caseus, how did you pick that name for your restaurant?
Caseus is the Latin root word for cheese. So the whole idea was you'd come in, you'd ask us why we picked that ridiculously sounding name that everyone sort of has no idea how to say, and we would start a dialogue and be able to talk to you about cheese and the education behind it and all the different products that we use at the restaurant.
Well, that's perfect because you brought all kinds of cheese for our mac and cheese.
We did, yeah.
What did you put in this?
This is our house cheese mix. It's a blend of sharp Vermont cheddar. We've got raclette in there from the Jura Mountains. We've got some 2-year aged Gouda from Holland. We've got Gruyere from Switzerland. We've got Comté
I'm going to take a little
France.
bite while you're
absolutely. We've got Emmentaler. We've got some different nibs and ends and butts from the cheese shop, anything that's smaller than a quarter of a pound.
And so is this basically a sort of a sharp, sweet taste to all of the mac and cheese?
Yeah, what we're trying to do is get as many different cheese flavors as we can. Pick the best melters, and then also have ones like the Gouda, the orange one that you see around, that sort of have that nutty sweetness.
All right, well, let's get going, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we want to eat.
Well, yeah.
First of all, what are our ingredients?
Well, we're gonna do a really simple bechamel sauce, which starts with a roux. Let me get this.
There you go.
We have gas at the restaurant, so this is
a lot of restaurants do.
This is very fancy. Bechamel starts with a roux, and the roux is just butter and flour. So I've got some unsalted Vermont butter. We're going to get it melting really nicely here, and then the same amount of butter to flour ratio is what we're going to do, and then we're just going to kind of let this melt and cook and get kind of toasty so that the flour flavor kind of dissipates.
And this is a recipe that you're actually going to offer during Restaurant Week.
Yep, during Restaurant Week we're going to have a 3-course dinner. You're going to have a choice of mac and cheese, our steak frite, as well as a pork ossobuco over
okay, I'm definitely making a
polenta.
reservation. I love ossobuco.
All right, you're going to like this. It's a Berkshire pork. It's all natural. It's phenomenal. So we're just going to get this roux going.
I always worry that I'm going to burn my roux.
If you feel like you're going to burn your roux, then just take it off the heat.
And then stir that way. Okay.
Keep stirring it. You want to kind of cook it down a little bit. Lower this heat just a hair. Just to get that kind of flour flavor out of it.
All right, so we have the butter, we have the flour.
So we got the butter, we got the flour. Now we're going to add a little bit of milk, and it's going to turn into what looks like a paste.
Sizzling away?
Sizzling away, yep.
Smells fabulous already.
And that's going to get nice and thick. And just keep adding your milk to that. And definitely use whole milk for this.
Okay.
You don't want to use any 1 or 2% or anything like that. You'll kind of see it thicken up. And then as it gets thicker and thicker, I've got that same cheese mix. We're just going to add a bunch of cheese to that.
And it'll melt fairly quickly, won't it?
Yeah, you want to keep an eye on it. Kind of, don't walk away. Give it a couple good stirs. Season it, definitely with some coarse, fresh cracked pepper. Kosher salt is what we like to use. It's a little less salty than the iodized stuff.
Let's talk a little bit about your restaurant. And it's located where?
It's on the corner of Whitney and Trumbull, and it's awesome.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And you do need to make reservations, so if you want to...
reservations are recommended, yep.
Because it's very popular.
It's okay. I don't know. After about 20 minutes or so of sort of letting this cook down, get kind of velvety, you'll see it get a little stringy. Just keep working it. You can take it off the heat, put it back on. You're going to get something that sort of looks like this.
Oh, look how thick it is.
And it's just awesome. Keep adding cheese to it, and keep cooking it down.
And now?
And now this is basically where we are when you order mac and cheese at Caseus. You're going to get, the order will come in, we're going to take our orchetti pasta, A lot of people use tubatines and elbows. We like this orchetti because it forms little cups, and so you get more cheese sauce in there, because that's really what it's all about.
So you get more for your bite.
You get more, yeah, you get more cheese for your bite. So throw a little bit of the orchetti in there to the pan.
Do you put olive oil or anything on there?
No, because we're going to put a lot of fat right now, because we're going to ladle on a whole bunch of this cheese sauce. And then, of course, it's very important that we put
more cheese.
More cheese, yes. The large mac and cheese at Caseus has easily over a pound of cheese in it. It's
wow.
It's colossal.
And is it one serving? Is this the way you serve it in a ramekin?
Yeah, we serve it in a ramekin like this. I'm just going to let this get kind of cheesy and melty and whatnot. And when you come to the restaurant, you can do additions to the mac and cheese. Depending on the season, sometimes we have fresh shucked peas. That's something we do in the spring that's really popular. Right now, our most popular addition are sliced Kobe beef hot dogs into the mac and cheese.
And this is when you would actually do it.
Yeah, what we would do is we'd slice the hot dogs up, we saute them to get them a little crispy on the edges, and then we throw them in.
All right, I'd probably want some bacon or pancetta or something.
Sure, you can do some of our house-made bacon. We've got pancetta. Turn that off.
Okay.
So at this time, basically, it's pretty much ready.
And then you put it in the ramekin?
We're gonna throw it into a ramekin.
And what about this? We put this on top?
That is a toasted brioche breadcrumbs, and that gets us that sort of crispy, toasty crust.
And then you put it in the oven?
And then we're gonna put it in the oven. So if you would,
I'm gonna just sprinkle
spread
a little
those on
bit.
for me.
Okay. Yep. And we're gonna
hit them good.
Hit more?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Get it like that nice crust.
Okay. Well, while we're doing this, Jason, you're going to hang out with us a little more, aren't you? Because
I'm hanging out. I'm also going to put more cheese on this.
Excellent. Okay. And he's going to put this in the oven. And so right now we'll have we're going to add more of this. We're going to have that recipe for you on our website. And again, you can check out Caseus and some of the other participating restaurants Sunday, November 7th through Friday, November 12th. And Jason is putting this in the oven right now, and we'll check back with him in a few minutes.